Hi, I'm Jason, and this is the Cultural Breakdown. This article from Deadline from just 2 days ago says Extraction 2 and The Witcher dominate Netflix's top 10 list. They must have a real loose definition of domination because I don't know what they're doing, especially when you have this article from Deadline also just 2 days later today. The Witcher season 3 premiere sees 15% decrease versus season 2 as audience wanes across first 5 episodes. So when it started off, The Witcher already had 15% decrease from the previous season, but I guess it still dominated Netflix's top 10. It probably doesn't, or probably helps the fact that when they have new seasons, they have it like plastered right front and center when you get on Netflix. But I doubt people were searching this out. In fact, a lot of people I talked to didn't even know it was coming out when it did. But still, I mean, it was dominating the top 10 list, at least for a little bit. But right at the start, it had 1.1 million households tuned in for it, and that was a 15% decrease from the 1.3 million for the first episode of season 2. But it gets worse from here because by the time the last episode came around, only around 500,000 people tuned in, or 500,000 households, excuse me, tuned in for the 5th episode, which means they had about a 50% decrease in viewers from the first episode to the last one. Now, a lot of times the first episode of a new season is the highest one, and it kind of wavers and then it goes up towards the end. I mean, it's almost like a little dip, but a 50% dip and just a steady line going down, that is terrible news for the show. People just aren't having it right now. In fact, if you look at this article from Forbes, it even says like it was dethroned in the top 10 list like pretty much right away because of how steady the decrease in viewership was. And one of the things that dethroned it was a stand-up comedy special. Now, I'm not going to discount stand-up comedy specials. I mean, there's audiences for those. People love them. I mean, but this is supposed to be one of their big like shows, and it can't even hold a candle to a stand-up comedy special. And what's funny about it is in this article, they even point out many people are ditching the show because they know it's about to lose Henry Cavill as Geralt, who will be replaced by Liam Hemsworth in an already renewed season 4 and 5. So they're already renewing it for a couple seasons. I'm thinking, I don't remember when this actually happened, but I'm thinking they renewed this like for the seasons like way later or way in the past when the show was actually doing decent. But now it's obviously going downhill because they're getting rid of Henry Cavill. And the thing is, the studio knows Henry Cavill is the draw, which is why they were actually marketing it on him. And a lot of people think it's actually pretty, I don't know, pretty mean to Liam Hemsworth by trying to say like, no, this one still has Henry Cavill, as if to say there's something wrong with Liam Hemsworth. I mean, I don't like the fact that they're recasting this, but I really have nothing against Liam Hemsworth, and I actually kind of feel sorry for him being thrown into this. I mean, because it's not his fault that he's being hired for this role and they're replacing Henry Cavill. He didn't make the call, or maybe he did, or there's some conspiracy behind the scene. I don't know. I mean, for the most part, he's just a guy trying to do a job, and he was just forced to replace a character that people actually, or forced to replace an actor that people really liked in the role. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that Henry Cavill was a fan favorite because he's a fan of the source material himself, and he was defending the fans when they were bringing up legitimate criticism. All the while, the showrunner Lauren Histrich was trying to say like, "Oh, these are just toxic fans," and Henry Cavill was defending that, and that's why you see this. Wow. A couple of days ago, I did a video about The Witcher, and I think the score was like 45 then, so it's even gone down since then. So yeah, and this is literally the result of getting rid of Henry Cavill, because when the fans are bringing up legitimate criticisms of the show, and the showrunner is trying to attack the fans, and then Henry Cavill, the star of the show, is saying like, "Well, no, hold on, they have some legitimate criticism. There's nothing wrong with the things that they're saying about the show." Getting rid of him is basically saying, no, we don't care about you. We don't care about the fans. This is what we want to do. We want to tell our strong woman story. And if you don't like it, well, then there's the door. And this is the result of this. If you want to continue to make shows that people don't watch, and go ahead. Netflix, they're losing money off of stuff like this because you get showrunners who just trying to push whatever message that they're trying to do to the detriment of the source material. I mean, you could have strong women characters. There's already strong women characters in the Witcher lore, but no, they just had to be the main focus of it. And now this is what you have. Instead, try to follow the source material. You can have your good characters. You can have female characters if you want, and people will like it as long as it's following closer to the source material. But if you don't, this is what you have to look forward to. And that viewership from about 50% of what the show premiered at. I'm curious how that'll be once the show comes back in a little bit with the last couple episodes. Are they going to actually watch it, or is it going to be like start off at 500,000 and come down from there? Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think people are going to watch it when it comes back, or do you think it's going to be less than 500,000 because people just checked out? Let me know what you think, and if you like this video, click the like button, share the video out there, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest news. Thank you.